A lot of new faces taking the field for the Keydets.
Yeah, last year, 30 players with first-year eligibility playing, and it's just even more pronounced this season, first- and second-year players. So a new team, but a team growing into its, the individuals growing into their roles.
Classes are over for the day, so the core is here in their ACUs, and we're ready for Friday afternoon football in Lexington. Thanks for joining us on ESPN+. Here's the kickoff. Kunak sends it over the end line, and it will be a touchback, and VMI will put it in play 1st and 10 from its own 25-yard line. And we'll take a look at Reese Udinski now making his 4th career start for the Keydets, 6'4", 224 sophomore from North Wales, Pennsylvania. And he'll be running this air raid offense, no huddle for the Keydets.
Yeah, it's a different look, certainly for VMI football fans from what they've seen in years past. You'll see lots of receivers and quick release from Udinski, looking for his guys quick in the route.
First play, and Reese Udinski fires into the left side for Laura, and it was covered in the flat. Actually, that was for Thornton. Buccaneers all over, and Reese Udinski just put it on the ground, and VMI back to work, 2nd and 10 after an incomplete pass. Myers starting in the backfield for the Keydets. He'll go out as a receiver. Udinski dumps it to Myers and makes the catch underneath coverage at the 29-yard line and a gain of 4.
Yeah, good job by Myers there to kind of just squat down like a tight end would. He's coming out of the backfield, but he found a hole in the defense and was able to make the catch.
Here is one of the freshman receivers for the Keydets, goes slot left side. 4 wides, 2 to each side. VMI on its opening drive. Just underway here at Foster Stadium in Lexington. That's Thornton in motion. Sets up on the near side. From the gun, it's Udinski under pressure, and he is sacked. Blake Bachrath, the 6'6", 232 redshirt sophomore from Loveland, Ohio, with a tackle for loss.
Yeah, ETSU overloading the left side of the line, and that time Udinski just held on the ball a little too long, looking downfield, couldn't find anybody open, and not able to get rid of the ball.
So VMI lining up for its first punt. Here's Reed King, who leads the SoCon in punting. Averaged almost 44 yards last week. He's a rugby-style kicker sometimes and elects to use that. Sends a line driver down the field. It is taken by the return man by ETSU heading to the right side. It's Harrison down the right side looking for blockers. He gets it and goes all the way to the end zone. Quan Harrison, the preseason All-SoCon kick returner, puts ETSU on the board.
That time the rugby-style kick goes against VMI. It worked against the interest there. It was a low-line drive. He fields that right on the first hop, and as a result, that's kind of out-kicking the coverage a bit. He gets good blocking upfield. Nice block there to free him up right at the point of attack. And once he gets past the line here, it was all open field.
A 45-yard punt by Reed King that is converted 69 yards later on the return. 6-0 ETSU. Quan Harrison with a punt return of 69 yards to the end zone. And the extra point is good, and ETSU strikes first. Special teams, 7-0 Bucks. As we just get started here at Foster Stadium in Lexington, we'll pause for this. ETSU with a 69-yard punt return by Quan Harrison down the right sideline. That's the first points by the Bucs this year in the first quarter.
Special team, special play there with Harrison, and reads his blocks well on that return.
So now the VMI Keydets take over, down 7-0 as we await the kickoff from Landon Kunak. Home opener for the Keydets in 2018. Dermott will take it halfway deep in the end zone for a touchback and out to the 25. So VMI, which has been looking to get off to better starts, will have to take over its second drive, down by a score of 7-0. If you just joined us, Quan Harrison, a 69-yard punt return for a touchdown.
And the Keydets' first offensive series, a 3-and-out, one complete pass, but a great penetration by the defensive front for ETSU.
Udinski from the 25. Myers will run right, trying to get to the corner, and he is stood up by Jeremy Lewis, the cornerback, coming up to make the play at the 25-yard line. They'll probably give him a yard, if any, and it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Good job stringing that out. He was looking for a cutback lane, but sideline has an extra defender there, not able to get the cutback.
2nd down, no gain, 2nd and 10. Udinski turns. He's looking downfield. He has got a receiver, and then the ball comes loose. Batted around, and the Bucs come up with it. Lewis, who made that tackle in the previous play, has the interception.
Yeah, that's the classic tip drill, and the ball bounding around looked like it was maybe going to come down in several guys' hands there. Dangerous over the middle.
They're going to mark it at the 41-yard line as the pass went to Javion Laura, who just could not bring it in. It looked like he was going to finally secure it, but it was batted away again. Lewis comes down with it, and here is ETSU with a short field. With 13:02 remaining first quarter, the Bucs already up 7-0. Two receivers to the right side, and the quick out to the receiver, who gets about 8, and that's Keith Coffey, the 6'4", 190 redshirt sophomore.
We talked about Logan Marchie, the Temple transfer, winning the job in camp, and he's got a win under his belt. He got the win in the season opener, 28-7 win over Mars Hill.
Marchie threw for 273 yards in that opener against Mars Hill. 2nd and 2 as a flag goes flying. We have movement along the offensive line for ETSU.
Rocking in his stand just a little bit there.
In games played in Lexington, VMI has a 7-5 edge in the series. Bucs are looking for a SoCon road victory. They haven't had one since 2002. They've dropped 15 straight SoCon road games, so they're up 7-0 early on the Keydets. Swing pass left side, comes out in the flat. Complete 45-yard line, and a good tackle by VMI defensive back Colin Loftus at the 43-yard line on Quay Holmes coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, first couple of games this season, we talked about how it's been an issue of wrapping guys up. That was a great open field tackle there to have just a short gain for ETSU's offense.
No gain on the play. So the 43-yard line of VMI, the line of scrimmage. Just under 12 minutes, first quarter. Bucs lead 7-0. Twin wideouts to the right side. Marshy steps up in the pocket, throws down the field, and it is picked off. Bunting had it thrown right to him, the gift at the 23-yard line, and the Keydets come away with their first takeaway.
The old saying is late and over the middle can be dangerous. We've seen both quarterbacks now deal with that issue. This throw is just behind his man. He's got a man open in the middle of the zone, but he throws behind him, and that's right in the breadbasket for VMI.
That is VMI's first interception of the year. Will Bunting, the sophomore, 6'2", 201, from Camden, North Carolina.
Yeah, Bunting playing he tip drill to himself. The ball caught him by surprise. It hit him right on the numbers. and he had to catch the rebound after it popped up in the air.
Keydets take over at the 23-yard line, 11:41 remaining first quarter. And a flag down, another pre-snap penalty, this time on the Keydets.
And you have to wonder if the sloppy play may be a byproduct of playing a day earlier. You know, everybody's off schedule. For East Tennessee, they had to come down a day earlier for VMI, of course. So that could be an issue here. We've already seen a special teams touchdown, 2 turnovers, and we're not even 3+ minutes into this game.
Everybody revved up, ready to go. First down and 15 from the 17. Udensky pressured, and he runs right into a defender, takes a seat at the 8-yard line. As coming in from the end was number 49. That's Jason Madua-Fakwa.
A design rollout, but boy, yeah, he's got that play read and no block because you're wanting to entice him in there.
Austin Gaywood was the guy that finished him off, the outside linebacker. So from the 9-yard line, second and long, Udensky in trouble. He's going to try to get some breathing room and runs it out to the 18-yard line. And that'll be a gain of about 8, still setting up third and long for the Keydets.
Good job by Udensky to read the situation downfield, find the hole, and get something and make this a makeable third down for VMI.
No huddle for VMI. They'll go to the gun. Myers in the backfield, 2 wideouts, left, 2 to the right. Udensky, the sophomore for North Wales. And another pre-snap penalty, this time thrown on the far boundary. And VMI will be pushed back 5 yards, so it's going to be third down and 19.
Yeah, those kind of penalties hurt you. I mean, this is 2 on this drive here, and you're facing third and long, and 10 of those yards you're facing are because of the pre-snap penalties.
Bucks will rush 4 from the gun. Udensky back to throw. Going to take a shot downfield, and it is underthrown and picked off. Coming across was the quarterback, M.J. Woods. He's a freshman from Seal, Alabama. And the second taken away by ETSU. We got a timeout on the field. The Bucks again presented a short field with 10:22 remaining in the first quarter. ETSU 7 and VMI nothing.
I'll have the langoustine lobster ravioli.
For you, sir?
The original call was for langoustine ravioli. Langoustine, it's a tiny kind of lobster. Slight shellfish allergy rules that out. Plus, my wife ordered the langoustine. I will have chicken tenders and tater tots.
If you're a ref, you way over-explain things. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico.
Sir, we don't have tater tots.
It's what you do.
I will have nachos.
When you're feeling hungry, you don't want to mess around with a quarter-pound meat sandwich. Instead, eat the new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. 8 ounces of thinly sliced, tender roast beef. And if you really want a quarter pound of beef, that's cool. Just eat half of one of these. Arby's, we have the meats.
MJ Woods with the interception. As you look at the replay, we return to action. ETSU with a 7-0 lead. Second pick for the Bucks, and they'll put this in play for the VMI 45-yard line. He'll be the quarterback, Marshy, running right, and gets about 3.
Design draw, almost a wildcat kind of effect there with the feint towards the pass in the flat. Good job by VMI defensively to read that and snuff that out.
Ellie Brewster slid over to make the stop. Of course, VMI with some big shoes to fill at linebacker. Ryan Francis and Alan Kratzenberg, who were the mainstays the last 4 years for the Keydet defense. They've graduated.
Yeah, we called their names a lot. They made a lot of tackles for this team, and it's hard to replace guys who are that valuable to your defense.
2nd and 7 from the 43-yard line. The handoff left side, and it will go to Quay Holmes, and he'll take it to the 39-yard line. Uzoma Padua making the tackle for the Keydet defense.
Big third down here for ETSU. You're in a part of the field where you can maybe roll the dice and go for a 4th down if you don't get it here on 3rd. So you can maybe play call accordingly. Maybe make an effort here to try to get it with 2 plays instead of just the 1.
ETSU 28% in 3rd down conversions coming in. 3rd down and 5 from the VMI 40-yard line. Bucks lead 7-0 midway first quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Marshy back to throw, over the middle, and it's dropped wide open at the 25-yard line. But Kobe Kelly, the wide receiver, could not hold on to it.
Yeah, Marshy, that time that was not his fault. The interception earlier was his. He threw behind his man. He led his man perfectly here. You got to come up with that catch.
So ETSU cannot take advantage of the short field as we take another look at this one.
Yeah, right in the hands, right in the breadbasket. That's right there. That's a big first down pickup if the ball's caught instead of now 4th down.
Marion Watson on to punt for the Bucks. Jacob Harris, the freshman, to return. He'll let it sail over his head, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback. And the Keydets dodge a bullet. After the second pick by ETSU, VMI defense able to get off the field, and it's 7-0. 8:50 remaining first quarter. VMI takes over the ball.
I got to give credit to the Keydets defense. That's 2 turnovers by the offense here in the first quarter. And after both turnovers, the defense gets the stop. And with the interception at the end of the first drive and the big 3rd down stop here on this one. So great job by the VMI defense.
From the 20-yard line, 1st down and 10. Reese Udinski from the gun. He goes back to throw, and Rohan Martin makes his first catch of the year and goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Rohan Martin, a returning starter, but has been unable to see action this year because of a heart condition, but he's out there now ready to go for the Keydets. Another pre-snap penalty will move it back, and this is rare because VMI last year was the least penalized team in FCS. They were the statistical champion, and has not been the case today. Scott Wackenheim looking on, very concerned.
Well, but you gained 7 yards on 1st down. You set up a 2nd and 3. Great situation. Now you're back to 2nd and 8 because of the penalty.
Udinski. Down he goes at the 17-yard line. It's Jared Folks, the transfer from Temple, credited with that sack, the 6'1", 230 redshirt senior. And the Keydet offense going the wrong way. It's now 3rd down and 12.
Front 7 really confusing VMI. They're not picking up what they need to do in terms of just protection schemes for Udinski to be able to have time to throw the ball.
One back in the backfield. Again, another flag. What is going on here?
False start. Number 5 of the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Rohan Martin called for false start. So VMI being assessed these pre-snap penalties. They're going to have to work that out.
That's 2 each on each of the last 2 drives for the Keydets.
3rd down and 17 from the 13-yard line. Udinski down the field's got a man. Makes the catch at the 44-yard line. That's Chris Thornton. And that gets the Keydets a 1st down following the 30-yard connection.
Good job by the offensive line to create the pocket, and Udinski's able to step into it confidently. He's got his man, and right in the middle of the zone. It's an easy pitch and catch once you have time to throw the ball, and Udinski has it.
First down and 10 VMI from the gun. Udinski down the field again. Underthrows the intended receiver Thornton, and it's picked off. And that is Jared Folks, the linebacker trailing on the play. Comes up with ETSU's third pick of the afternoon. We're still in the first quarter, 7:04 remaining in that opening quarter, and ETSU leads 7-0. We'll get the ball back.
He's got Udinski down the seam once again, back-to-back plays, but this is short and behind Thornton. And so that's another poorly thrown ball there by Udinski.
Buccaneers back on the field after their third interception. 31-yard line, they'll start right hash. Up 7-0. Run formation. Sweep to the left side. To the 32-yard line goes Jacob Sailors. Loftus comes over. And it'll be about 2.
Yeah, again, a nice open field tackle here. He had a big hole if he's able to get past this great wrap-up tackle here.
A.J. Smith.
Yeah, Smith does his job, because if he gets through there, that's a big gainer for ETSU.
2nd and 9. Buck 32-yard line from the gun. Marshy has plenty of time. Now will roll right. Pursued. And Carper gets to him. Keydet defender drives him out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and a loss of 1 on the play.
Playing a sort of spy role there. Carper parallel the line of scrimmage with the quarterback Marchie, and he's able to, once he reads that there's no ball going downfield, great open field tackle once again.
7-0 ETSU, just past the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Bucks now facing 3rd down and 9.
Nice closing speed there by Carper to finish out that tackle.
Actually 3rd and 11, let's call it. Marshy down the right sideline, and a tremendous grab. They say he stayed in bounds, and that will be a reception for Keith Coffey, who makes amends for that previous drop.
Yes, that's a tough catch right on the line as well, on the sidelines as well. So, the concentration to not only catch that ball, he's getting hit as he catches, and also get a foot in bounds. Good work there.
All the way up to the 49-yard line of ETSU. And a first down for the Bucks. 2 backs behind Marshy, who will take the step under center. There's the counter. Holmes trying to work the right side into the pile and gets about 3. That's one thing that ETSU has been able to do this year, Chris, is run the football. And it's been a part of their offensive attack. They did very well against Mars Hill, 238 yards in the opener in that win, and they got 125 yards rushing against Tennessee last week.
And one thing, this VMI defense is more vulnerable against the run, but so far the Keydets have been playing the run well. That's a play that gets only 3 yards on a pretty well blocked play for ETSU.
Again, a tight formation with a tight end. Power run to the right side. Holmes trying to break tackles and gets inside the 45-yard line for a gain of 3, setting up 3rd down and short.
VMI is creeping an extra man in the box, and on these early downs, these run downs or run possible downs, they're really stacking that box and almost basically daring ETSU to throw it over their heads.
Bucks by a touchdown. They got it on a 69-yard punt return by Harrison to open up the scoring. Now 3rd and 4 from the 45. Batted down. Howell knocking it to the turf. Incomplete pass, and 4th down coming up.
Yeah, quick hitter there in the flat, tight end, dragging across the formation, and just a good play there, VMI. The ball was a little behind as well because of the pressure up the middle there, and the pressure by Zach Baker forcing that ball out a little sooner than Marchie would like, and so good defensive effort on both ends of that play.
That was intended for Kobe Kelly. And the freshman linebacker, Brett Howell, out of Fair Hope, Alabama, with that defensive play. Bucks will have to punt it away. Harris will let it hit at the 7 into the end zone. Touchback, and VMI will get it at its own 20-yard line feeling pretty fortunate to be down just by a 7-0 count. ETSU 7, VMI nothing. 3:40 remaining first quarter here in Lexington. Back after this. There's a look at Foster Stadium, the home opener for the Keydets in 2018. It's 7-0 ETSU, 3:40 remaining in the first quarter as we return to action. There's Alex Ramsey getting his first run, and he goes skyward, upended, running to the left side. A good hit put on by Jeremy Lewis. That's a gain of 3. Second down and 7 for the Keydets. They'll flood the right side with 3 receivers. Ramsey stays in the backfield. Buck defense with 3 picks today. From the gun, it's Reese Udinski. Sets, pressure from the edge to Laura. Diving catch. It rolls it down to the 47-yard line. As he slipped between defenders, Udinski delivers the ball for a 24-yard pickup.
Yeah, Udinski steps up in the pocket and he finds a receiver on that deep slant. Again, if you get time to throw the ball, he can step into it and get a nice throw on the ball.
First and 10, Keydets. Now the handoff to Quan Myers, and he finds nothing. White jerseys there to greet him, including Dylan Weigel, who led the team in tackles in 2017 with 92 stops. He's a preseason All-SoCon pick.
Here's that catch again from the play before. And again, you step up into the pocket and able to get some nice air on that ball.
Second down and 11. Whistle stops play. We have another pre-snap penalty against the Keydets. That's the 5th time VMI has been flagged today.
Yeah, everything that could go wrong offensively for VMI has been the case. 3 interceptions thrown by Reese Udinski, 5 pre-snap penalties, 4 on the offensive line, 1 on a receiver. And yet it's still just 7-0 on a kick return, a punt return. VMI defense has done its job. The offense is still kind of feeling its way through this one.
Second down and 16 from the VMI 40-yard line. Empty backfield with 5 wides. Udinski shoots it over to the left side, and Mason Dermott makes the catch. Stretches it out to midfield, to the Bucks 49.
Yeah, Dermott makes the catch right there on the hash, and that's a great possession receiver type catch. Wes Welker-like in terms of just option route. He's there and he makes the catch and gets a couple extra yards after the catch. 3rd and
5 from the ETSU 49-yard line. Trips over to the right side. Udinski looking that way. Fires the slant. Complete. Thornton first down. as he takes a big hit by Weigel, but the first down gained by Chris Thornton, the sophomore receiver from Manassas, Virginia.
Offensive line creating just enough time for Udinski here on this drive, and he's been able to take advantage.
Keydets on the march. First down and 10 from the Buccaneer 42. From the gun, it's Udinski. In the pocket, down the right sideline for Martin. He'll make the grab, and they'll give him the grab at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, one official said no, one says yes. Well, I'm sure there will be a replay of this, but what a catch athletically, whether he's in bounds or not. But what a catch.
Now it is ruled incomplete as we look at the replay.
It looks like, let's see a better view of that.
That was closer than I thought.
It was closer than I thought, too, live, certainly. It looked like he might have got that foot down. You only need one in college football.
A great grab by Martin either way, just to come down with it.
Yeah, we don't have the replay at this level, unfortunately. But, man, if there were replay, I think there would have been enough to overturn that.
So VMI back to work. Second down and 10 from the 42. A little over a minute to play in the opening quarter. ETSU 7, VMI nothing. Udinski now looking left. He's got Laura, and he's got the first down as he stretches it to the 31-yard line, and that's a pickup of 11.
Now, Udinski's thrown 3 INTs in this quarter, but that is a well-thrown ball out there on the edge where only his guy, Laura, can make the catch, and he puts it right on the numbers, right on his hands there. That's a great throw.
Javion Laura, the 2-year letterman, great deep threat. Going deep, it's Udinski for Martin. It's incomplete in the corner of the end zone. Keydets looking for a flag, and they won't get it.
There may have been contact. I think the VMI side certainly thinks there was contact there.
Core certainly thinks so.
There were two defenders back. That's a good throw. Once again, a nice throw. You're really seeing Udinski now with confidence. He's got some momentum going here, some good passes. His offensive line giving him plenty of time.
46 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Udinski trying to set up the screen to the tight end Ryder, and it's batted down in the backfield. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, if that pass is complete, there was a line of blockers up ahead. That could have been a big gainer for VMI.
Well, VMI with one of its longer drives of the year, the 10th play coming up as they have moved it to the 32-yard line. Third down conversion opportunity, 3rd and 10. 41 seconds remaining. First quarter. Thornton in motion. 3 receivers over the right side. Udinski out to Thornton. Catch at the 30. Eludes a man down the right sideline and out of bounds after getting the first down at the 11. Chris Thornton making the play.
Fullback stepped up and caught a man blitzing right up the middle, which helps set this play off. And then Thornton, boy, he makes the most of this play. That's a pass that goes for about 5 yards in the air, and he gets the rest of it with his feet. Quick, speedy burst down the sideline.
From the 11-yard line of ETSU, first down and 10. Udinski, pressure, dumps it out, incomplete. Everybody covered as they had to unload it, seeing the heat coming from the edge.
Yeah, that's one where you just get rid of it and live to see another down.
It is windy here today in Lexington. We have football on Friday afternoon. This game originally scheduled for Saturday, but moved up because of Hurricane Florence. 2nd and 10 from the 11. Udinski setting up the screen and overshoots Quan Myers, who had 2 blockers in front of him. It's going to be 3rd down and 10.
Well, the play calling by Brian Shepard on this drive has been really good.
That is the end of the first quarter. The Keydets will try to work it out on the other side of the field. Down 7-0 as we head to the second quarter in Lexington. We open up the second quarter. VMI threatening. Third down and 10 at the ETSU 11-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Reese Udinski, he's looking to the right corner of the end zone, throws, and the catch is made at the 1-yard line, and that's Rohan Martin coming back. Now, is that enough for the first down? It appears to be so.
He was looking Martin all the way, first on a route towards the back of the end zone. Martin cuts off the route. Good catch inside the 1. Right at the sticks.
First and goal, Keydets. Myers, Ramsey in the backfield, and Udinski calls timeout. Flag goes flying. Did they get the timeout before that? VMI was able to call timeout, and so here are the Keydets down 7-0 with a chance to tie the game despite all the adversity they faced in the opening quarter, Chris.
Yeah, 3 interceptions thrown by Reese Udinski, 3 sacks, 5 penalties, all of them pre-snap penalties, but 4 of 6 now on third downs, and that's why VMI's in this game.
And if you're ETSU, they're probably thinking of some squandered opportunities as we look at some of the earlier action. Reese Udinski able to throw it out to Javion Laura, and these are the key plays of this drive. Chris Thornton
with a couple of big third down catches for VMI to extend this drive. And again, the Keydets are 4 of 6, including 4 of 4 on this drive on third down, and that's why the Keydets are knocking on the door.
There's your I formation with Ramsey, Myers, and it's going to be straight ahead, not to the end zone as Udinski calls his own number.
This is where it gets to be a big scrum, and of course you just want to, what you're trying to do offensively, your offensive line trying to get under and establish the ground, and defensive line trying to get under that as well.
Second and goal from the 1. Udinski will give to Myers, trying to power his way in. Touchdown, VMI.
That's all mano a mano as Myers has stood up about a half yard short of the goal line originally, but just powers through. That's the squat you do in the offseason, powering through.
Juan Myers, the redshirt junior from Alta Vista. Extra point attempt by Reed King to try to tie it. Time of the score, 14 minutes of the second period. Kick is up, and we are tied 7-7. 7-7. ETSU and VMI. Early second quarter. First and 10, 25. Sing up the screen, picked up, 15-yard line, Devin Carper. All the way back to the end zone, and the Keydets have their first lead of the day.
Copper gets the interception set up by the pressure up front. And Copper, he's in the right place at the right time. But you see the quarterback, Marchie, was under fire there. That was Uzoma Padua with the pressure off the end. The ball comes out a little sooner than expected, and then the interception may return for a touchdown.
I wonder if Marchie even saw Carper trying to get it to the tight end, coming back to the football. So the pick 6 by the Keydets. And VMI leads 13-7 at the 13:52 mark with Reed King, the extra point pending. Palladino will hold. And it's the Keydets up by a touchdown. Early second quarter. In a game that has featured interceptions, VMI with a pick 6, Devin Carper. So we take another look at this one.
You see here again the pressure, Padua off the edge. The ball comes out sooner, much sooner than expected. And I agree with you, Wade. I'm not sure that he saw Carper there defensively, because what he can see is Padua. Padua coming in untouched off the edge, and he's just trying to get rid of that ball. And Carper, right man, right place, right time, makes the pick.
Yeah, the VMI Rats, or freshmen here at VMI, getting a workout right in front of the scoreboard. Keydets have put up 14 points in just 8 seconds, Chris.
We talked about the VMI turnovers. That's second interception by the VMI defense. So the defense held ETSU after all 3 of those turnovers, 2 3-and-outs, 1 first down, and then getting a stop after that. And then now a pick 6 of their own, and the VMI defense has done a great job to this stage early in this ball game.
Big play by Devin Carper, the redshirt sophomore from Bedford, Virginia. Here is Holmes. He'll take it to the goal line to the 5, straight ahead to the 10. And upended at the 22-yard line. So ETSU finds itself trailing for the first time today. 13:47 remaining second quarter. And the Keydets up by a touchdown.
And it's been a lot about the defense. I was going to say all about the defense. Obviously, the VMI offense had a great drive last time out, but the defense has done an incredible job for VMI, playing off those turnovers, keeping the Bucs off the scoreboard, and then scoring themselves with that pick 6.
From the 22 of ETSU. Marshy, quick out left side, gathered in by Harrison as he rolls out of bounds at the 26-yard line and a gain of 4.
Colin Loftus in coverage, and he's right up there on his man, so the short gain. VMI pursuing well defensively.
Keydets dropping their first 2 games against Toledo and SoCon defending champion Wofford. Right now, leading ETSU 14-7, early second quarter. Straight ahead, it is Holmes. Go bang for the first down, taking defenders all the way for a ride up to the 40-yard line. It was Carper finally to wrestle him down.
Yeah, Holmes with the solid run there, a little bit of power, also a little bit of shiftiness there in the hole as he made a defender miss right at the line of scrimmage.
Under 13 minutes to go, second quarter. Marshy, 2 receivers over the short side, 1 over to the right. Zone read, and that will go to Holmes. Power up ahead to the 41-yard line and a gain of 3.
Good job of gang tackling there by the VMI front 7.
Well, here's a second down opportunity for ETSU. The Bucs have 4 FBS transfers on the roster, including Logan Marshy, who comes from Temple, and a timeout taken by Randy Sanders. ETSU burns the timeout. That is their first of the first half. Each team with 2 timeouts left.
Now, going into this, we would have thought ETSU would have more success on the ground than we've seen so far. Part of it's the play calling so far, the mix has been a little more favorable. They're throwing the ball more than maybe we expected to see. And ETSU, as a result, not really been able to get anything going consistently on the ground. We had that one big run here on this series. But other than that, we're seeing VMI do a great job defensively, keeping things bottled up at the line of scrimmage. And as a result, ETSU is not been able to do much passing the ball either, because VMI is really stacking the box, playing the line of scrimmage well, and really forcing the matter on ETSU.
So after the timeout, it's second down and 7 from the Buck 41-yard line. Marshy, 2 wideouts to the right side, running right. Wants the throw, now will run to the 45. Flag down. Marshy stretching it out to the 46-yard line.
That's generally the area where you see holding. That's the umpire throwing that flag.
And it will be a hold against ETSU. Our referee today is Bob Johnson.
So you see 52 there. Yeah, not disengaging. He's still, in fact, right there holding. Not extending the arms. Got a handful of jersey. That was a design run all the way for Marshy. He's dropped back, but that was sort of just a wildcat. Just a really a fancy-looking wildcat kind of play.
So under 12 minutes to go. First half, Keydets lead 14-7. Bucks only points on a punt return for a touchdown. Marshy in the pocket. Down the left sideline, has a man. Keyed 45-yard line and down to the 35. Wide open was Kobe Kelly, the senior from Knoxville, Tennessee. That'll be a pickup of 31 yards.
Well thrown ball here. He throws the ball before Kelly's even turned around to look. Puts a lot of air under it to allow his man a chance to get under it, and that's just a good throw. Sometimes a good throw will beat the good defense, and that's the case here with Kelly being open in the slot.
Kelly, the senior, now over to the right side. First and 10, all in VMI territory at the 35. Long look by Marshy. Running right. He'll tuck it under and run. On the run pass option. And out of bounds near side at the 32. He'll get about 3.
Puts pressure on the defense to have to worry about the quarterback running the ball, and Marshy can put it down and run. He's got speed.
There's a look at the ETSU sideline. Randy Sanders in his first year as head coach. Bucks come in 1-1 on the year. 2nd and 7. Keyed at 32-yard line. 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 to the right. Swing out pass right side. The catch made by Holmes, breaking tackles. Missed a man at the 35, then takes a big hit at the 26-yard line. And very close to the first down marker.
Yeah, that was A.J. Smith defending the first down marker pretty well. I think he'll be short just by about a half yard. But, you know, we talked about VMI tackling well early. There's a couple of missed tackles there that allow him to get a little bit extra yardage before Smith with the big hit short of the first down.
Third and short. A yard to go at the 26-yard line. I formation. Under center. Marshy's going to throw. Rolls right. He'll run. First down and more. And out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And a flag goes down after the play. Could tack on some more after this.
Yeah, late hit out of bounds, which is unfortunate. Well, actually, that flag is thrown in the middle of the field, so we'll have to see. Where the flag is thrown would indicate maybe on the offense. We thought it was maybe a late hit, but no flag on that.
Now hold against ETSU. It's going to bring it back on the 3rd and 1 from the 26. It would have been 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. As you look at this one again.
That's twice on those RPO plays that the offensive line is held as the ball goes down the line of scrimmage. So not sure what the issue is there from a technique standpoint.
So that will make it a 3rd and 6 from the 31-yard line. Trips to the left. Coffee over to the right. Marshy looking for Coffee, and he's got it at the 21. So they get that first down.
Good work by the offensive line there, giving Marshy time to pick and choose. He had a couple of guys open. A late developing route on the left side of the formation. He's able to find his man in the middle of the field there for the first down.
Coffee, a big target, 6'4", 190 redshirt sophomore from Miami, Florida.
And even though he's 6'4", 190, he sort of used that 6'4" part tight end, just kind of squatting down in the middle of the field there to sort of box out and make the catch.
Drive is alive for the Bucks, down 14-7, 8.5 minutes remaining, second quarter. Rolling left, Marshy has it, now tucks it under, runs out of bounds, 17-yard line, and a gain of 4. The Keydet defense strings out the play.
That time Padua had the edge, and he kind of gave it up. He went straight for the backfield, and as a result gave up the perimeter, and that allowed the play to extend a little longer.
Bucks return 19 starters from last year's team, 7 on offense. Second and 7 inside the 18-yard line. Run to the short side by Holmes. Stood up, driven back. Brewster along with Zach Baker. Couple of Roanoke Valley guys making the hit for the VMI defense.
The Bucks have had success running the ball on those RPO type plays. This time a straight run, and VMI has it snuffed out.
A.J. Smith also helping out with that tackle. So another interesting third down conversion opportunity for ETSU.
The field's shorter here. We're inside the 20-yard line. You don't have as much to defend, so we'll see if VMI is able to pack the box a little more than they normally would on a 3rd and 6.
From the 17-yard line, 7-minute mark approaching. Here's the draw by Marshy. He will run it to the 12-yard line, trying to get first down yardage. He looks to be short.
Yeah, he might have had it, but he kind of cut back, thinking he might get extra yardage. And when he cut back, he was taken down about a half-yard short.
4th and 1, decision time for the Bucks.
Looks like they're going to go big. They're sending the jumbo package out there.
14-7 VMI, 6.5 minutes left to play, second quarter. Bucks have marched it down to the Keydets 12, facing 4th and 1. Power on. Straight ahead, Holmes. It's going to be close.
He might have it, but not by much. Stood up right at the line. Depends on whether it's left foot or right foot.
And it's good enough for the first down. Quay Holmes, the redshirt freshman from Powder Springs, Georgia, keeping this drive alive. Keydets try to stand him up. Rick Trotman coming up from the secondary, trying to lend a hand.
Yeah, the spot just inside the 11, so he got it by maybe about a foot or so.
1st and 10. 2 tight end set. Now Marshy will check off. Keydets with 7 up on the line of scrimmage. Run right, it's Holmes finding a hole and gets it inside the 6-yard line for a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, good blocking on the right side of the line there to clear that hole off tackle.
Holmes redshirted in 2017. He had 118 yards on 17 carries and a touchdown in the opener against Mars Hill.
Running yards can be tough inside the 10-yard line because, again, defenses they don't have as much to defend behind them. The field's shorter now. And so that's a tough 5 yards there for ETSU.
Timeout on the field. It looks like the Keydet defense wants to discuss things. And VMI will burn its second timeout. Pause in action here. 5:10 remaining second quarter. VMI 14, ETSU 7, but the Bucks threatening. We'll be back to Lexington after this. 5:10 remaining second quarter. VMI 14, ETSU 7, but the Bucks have it. 2nd and 5 from the VMI 6-yard line. Under center, it's Marshy. He's got Holmes in the backfield. Receivers to both sides and the snap. Give to Holmes. Stood up. And the Keydets rack him up for a yard loss, maybe more.
You know, that timeout may have been a breather as much as strategy. That was the 15th play of this drive and started back on the ETSU 22. And good job there defensively as the Keydets catch their breaths and set up this big 3rd down.
Bucks are 2 of 6 in 3rd downs. Under 5 minutes to go. VMI 14, ETSU 7. Keydets taking the lead on a Quan Myers 1-yard touchdown run. Devin Carper a pick 6. Put the Keydets up. 3rd down and 7 from the 8 into the end zone. Incomplete. Into a crowd, but nothing going for Evan Wick, the tight end, 6'4" senior.
So forcing the field goal attempt here on the 16th play of this drive.
So here's J.J. German, who is 1 for 3 in field goals with a long of 39. Brings a lot of credentials into the season for ETSU. 4th in active FCS kickers with 35 career field goals made. There's the snap, the hole, a little shaky, but there's career field goal number 36, and ETSU able to salvage a field goal on this drive. 4:13 remaining second quarter. It's VMI 14 and ETSU 10. Timeout here at Foster Stadium. We'll be back after this.
These are the student athletes. This is where they train. These are their homes. This is where they become Rhodes Scholars and academic All-Americans. These are the athletes they've always admired. This is where champions are crowned and moments are made. This is the Southern Conference.
We are the Southern Conference.
And it's on us to stop sexual assault on our college campuses.
To get in the way before it happens.
To get a teammate or friend home safe.
To not blame the victim.
We are the Southern Conference.
And it's on us to look out for each other on our campuses.
To not turn a blind eye.
To intervene when something isn't right.
We are the Southern Conference.
And it's on us to stand up.
To step in. To take responsibility.
We are the Southern Conference, and we take the pledge to stop sexual assault.
It's on us, all of us, to make a difference on our campuses.
Join us and take the pledge to be a part of the solution at itsonus.org.
J.J. German, 25-yard field goal, comes with 4:13 remaining in the second quarter, pulls the Bucks within a 14-10 count. That was a long drive, Chris. 17 plays, 70 yards, and it took 9.5 minutes. Dermott from the 5. Straight ahead to the 10 and cuts back to the 23-yard line.
Past the 22-yard line.
1st and 10, Keydets leading 14-10, just over 4 minutes remaining. Marshy 4 for 5 on that drive, 51 yards. Holmes also busy on that possession.
Yeah, good bounce back drive offensively after those 3 turnovers that ETSU had forced out of VMI, and then the offense not able to get anything going. Nice long drive. You get some momentum going there. You would have loved to punch it in, obviously. So another good job by that VMI defense to keep the Bucks out of the end zone.
VMI ball from its own 23-yard line. Straight ahead give, and nothing able to be manufactured by Quan Myers. There's a Buck front four, led by Nasir Player, 6'5", 271 redshirt junior, preseason All-SoCon pick. They've got a bunch of guys on that front with over 100 career tackles. Rolling left, Udensky, and he will throw it to the near boundary, incomplete for Chris Thornton.
This is a big play for VMI offensively here now, this 3rd and long, because the defense was on the field for a long time. We just talked about that lengthy drive by the ETSU offense. It'd be nice to pick up a first down or two and at least give your defense a chance to get a breather, get some water, get some Gatorade, whatever else. So this 3rd down really important for VMI.
3rd and 10 from the 23-yard line. 4 wides, 2 to each side as Myers stays in the backfield. See if ETSU will bring pressure. And they do. Udensky, one-on-one coverage down the right sideline for Rohan Martin. Keydet fans thought he was held up down the far boundary, but no flag. And it's 4th down. Keydets will have to kick it away.
There was contact there. Martin was knocked out of bounds. The official on that side of the field threw his hat, which would indicate that he had been knocked out of bounds. If he was the first to touch, it would have been an illegal touch. But VMI thought that the fact he was knocked out of bounds was maybe something illegal.
So the ETSU defense forces a 3 and out after getting a field goal to pull closer to the Keydets. They get a stop at Reed King. Here is ETSU kick returner. Already has a punt return for a touchdown today, but this time Harrison brought down. Good coverage by the Keydets special teams at the 38-yard line. Bucks take over. 39-yard punt by Reed King, who leads the SoCon in punting. And the clock stopped. 3:20 remaining, second quarter. VMI 14, ETSU 10. Big part of the ball game here early before halftime.
And you see there, King that time, the first time the punt that was eventually returned for a touchdown, he went with that more rugby-style kick. That was a more conventional kick. A little bit more air under it, gives the guys a chance to get down the field. They make the stop.
Coffee wide left. Marshy throws from his back foot, underthrows it, incomplete. Down at the 42-yard line of VMI.
That's the pressure. That's that he throws off his back foot because there's a guy in the backfield, and it was number 9 Tyron Cloyd with the pressure that forced that awkward throw, and of course a lot of air under. That could have been picked off.
2nd down and 10 for the 38-yard line as the 3-minute mark approaches in the second quarter. Marshy in the pocket. Tipped, incomplete, 40-yard line, in and out of the hands of Quay Holmes out of the backfield.
VMI
set up 3rd and 10.
VMI just sent 3 that time, dropped 8 back in coverage, and just kind of sitting back and waiting to see what happens there. And good throw just off the top of the hands, and again popped up in the air, could have been picked off.
So the Bucks in 3rd down tries today. 2 of 8 trips to the left side on 3rd and 10 from the 38. Keydets 5 up on the defensive side. They drop 1. Marshy rolling right, and in and out of the hands, dropped at the 45-yard line by Quay Holmes, who could have heard footsteps. Keydet defense rises to the occasion and comes up with a big stop.
Yeah, ETSU starts at the 40-yard line, and once again, this VMI defense, the 3 turnovers by the offense, they got stops after that. Good field position here to start. Another big stop for the VMI defense.
Here's Marion Watson, averaging 41 yards per punt here in the early going, has a long of 51 on the year. Jacob Harris, the freshman for the Keydets, downfield. End over end kick. Harris will let it hit. VMI makes sure they get out of the way. And the Keydets are going to get pretty decent field position here at their own 37-yard line with 2:51 remaining in the second quarter. VMI 14, ETSU 10. The Bucks opening the scoring first on a 69-yard punt return by Harrison, Quan Harrison, and VMI able to tie the score on a Quan Myers 1-yard run. Early second quarter, Devin Carper picked 6 for the Keydets. Put VMI ahead 14-7. J.J. German, 25-yard field goal, makes it 14-10. First and 10 VMI from the 37. Swings it out. Udinski caught by Thornton. He'll scamper out of bounds at the 43-yard line and a pickup of 7.
VMI flooded the left side of the formation there, sent a couple guys deep, and then Thornton works underneath. Got a lot of cushion there.
VMI running the air raid offense this year under Brian Shepard. The slant. Caught. Thornton. Room to run. 45. Races down to the 25-yard line. Chris Thornton coming up with a big play of 32 yards.
You put a guy with Thornton's speed in the slot like that, and it can be dangerous. You see a lot of college teams doing that these days, putting speed guys in that slot, and when they catch the ball unchecked over the middle like that, they can run for a while.
Thornton showing the stiff arm on Jeremy Lewis as well. Here's Udinski on a 1st and 10. Now in Buck territory, and that's Javion Laura, who gathers it in at the 20-yard line for a gain of 6. And a decent first down pickup for VMI.
2nd and 3 for the Keydets.
2nd and 3. Udinski slips it out to Thornton, makes the catch at the 20, and what could have been disaster for the Keydets will now set up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, good job there by Udinski. He knowing where his men are. Thornton was out there in the flat. He was a safety valve. They were looking downfield, but once the pocket broke down, Udinski at least gets something positive out of this.
Two receivers left, one to the right. Udinski on 3rd and 2. From the Buccaneers 17-yard line, the snap. Floater down the right sideline. Flag down, incomplete at the goal line as Rowan Martin had a defender all over him. That was Lewis. A one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, and that's the play where if you're Lewis and you see the ball going over your head like that, the man's beating you. The penalty lets you live another day here, live another down at least on this drive. Because he was beat on that play.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
As you take another look, Udinski saw the coverage.
It just armbarred him, kept the left arm unfree, and so that's a penalty. But hey, from ETSU's perspective, it at least elongates this drive, gives them another chance to make a stop.
From the 3-yard line, Udinski is going to the right corner of the end zone for Harris, and it's incomplete as he was battling Lewis.
You can see the target there on Lewis's back. The 5'11", 180-pound junior. Last 2 plays has been picked on down there in that right corner.
14-10, VMI with the lead, looking for more. 1:30 remaining, second quarter. 2nd down and goal from the 3. Udinski looking left, fires over, incomplete, trying to get it to Thornton. And it'll be 3rd and goal.
Thornton and Harris were running a little rub play there, and it looked like Udinski could have gone either way. Actually had Harris over the middle towards the right. I want to sort of post. But he decides to go outside instead, and is incomplete.
Martin and Humphrey over to the left side for the Keydets on 3rd and goal from the 3. The snap. Give to Myers. Trapped in the backfield. He'll be bottled up. Fights his way back to the line of scrimmage. Setting up 4th down. Now the Keydets are going to send the field goal unit onto the field to try to salvage some points. here with just over a minute remaining.
Yeah, interesting play call on third down. Third and, just inside the 5-yard line. Hard to think you're going to gain 5 yards against a tough run defense in this situation. But maybe trying to catch him napping. And ETSU sound controls the gaps and gets the stop.
Well, a timeout on the field. Chris, we've had pretty good weather conditions today. A little bit windy, but no rain. It's been cloudy. Game kicked off with sunshine. And right now, VMI with a 14-10 lead over ETSU. Timeout taken by ETSU. And each team now with one timeout left. Well, Chris, it's been a great start for the VMI women's soccer team. I know you've called some of those games, and what a tremendous start for Chris Bergman's team. Historic run, winning their first 5 and then getting a win over Richmond as we look at some of the action earlier in the year.
Yeah, 6-0-1 start. Cece Kepler back in the net has been a SoCon Player of the Week early in this season. And this team has really controlled the ball. They've been dominating possession, and Kepler back in the net has done a great job to keep this VMI team on a roll.
Meanwhile, the Keydet football team trying to extend its lead as Reed King will try a chip shot from the right side. Some of these angle shots are tough. This will be from 22 yards. Snap hold, kick is up. And he punches it through. And so the Keydets get the 3 points back and take a 7-point lead with 1:13 remaining in the second quarter. 20 VMI 17. Keydets will get a short field. There was a penalty tacked on after that 36-yard punt. So VMI starts his drive from the 48-yard line. Here's a little razzle-dazzle, and it's going to end up going against the Keydets, and a big loss back at the 38-yard line as the Buccaneer defense comes up with a play.
Yeah, VMI runs a flea flicker here, a double reverse flea flicker, but good coverage downfield, good pursuit inside there, and ETSU gets the big loss.
Adua Fakwa with a tackle for loss that pins the Keydets back at the 40. Second down and long, and the ball is on the ground again. This time Udinski will fall on it at the 29-yard line, so ball security becoming an issue for VMI here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they'll rule that incomplete, a sort of a tuck rule kind of thing there. The ball came out as he was throwing, even though it went backwards, and you would think that might be a fumble because the arm was moving forward on the attempt. That's an incomplete pass. Fortunate for VMI, that's the case.
So they'll bring up third down and 22 from the Keydet 40-yard line. Udinski back to throw. Throws off his back foot. Coming back to it is Thornton. He makes the catch at the 44-yard line. VMI will get some of that yardage back, but it's not enough for the first down. They needed 22. Got about 15.
Yeah, throwing off his back foot, running against his body there. It's a good, getting air into that ball, and good job by Thornton to come back for the catch.
Now 4-down territory. VMI going for it. 4th down and 7 from the 45. 7.5 minutes remaining, third quarter. And the snap. Udinski down the right sideline for Thornton. And it is incomplete, but a flag down. And interference against ETSU, and the drive is alive for VMI.
Yeah, the Bucs defender never turned around, so that's going to be pass interference every time.
That was Dominique Williams. As we take another look at this one.
He never turned around on that ball, and that's going to be something that they're going to throw every time, especially on a play like that, a 3rd or 4th down conversion.
Reese Udinski now over 200 yards passing, 17 for 35, 207 yards. That's his second career 200-yard game. First one was in the 2017 season finale against Wofford, when he threw for 207. First down and 10, VMI, following the pass interference call from the 30-yard line of ETSU. Udinski putting it up for grabs and overthrows everybody. And a good thing for VMI fans because it was up for grabs. ETSU could not come up with the pick.
Yeah, Rowan Martin broke his route off, and Udinski thought he was going to the corner, and Martin thought he was supposed to be in the slot. So miscommunication between quarterback and receiver.
Second down and 10 from the 30. ETSU 20, VMI 17. Under 7.5 to go, third quarter. Udinski looks left. He fires. Complete 25-yard line and out of bounds. That's Isaiah Parker, I believe, making his first catch of the day. Parker had been out earlier with injury, had not seen a whole lot of action. Third down and 4 from the 24-yard line. Udensky throws over to Martin and incomplete. And again, under pressure, Udensky hurried, overthrew the intended receiver.
Yeah, Martin upset with himself. He thinks he's acknowledging. It looks like that he ran the wrong route again. But that's a hot read, and with the pressure, that shortens the time for decision making for Udensky.
Fourth down conversion try for the Keydets. 4th and 4 from the 24, rolling right Udensky. And now timeout taken by ETSU right before the snap. That stops play with 6:48 remaining third quarter. Buccaneers lead 20-17. VMI had the lead at the break, 17-13, but ETSU capitalizing on a fumble recovery, 3-play, 22-yard drive. Logan Marshy taking it in 19 yards on a quarterback draw to put the Bucs back on top.
That was quick recognition there. I'm not sure if it was Randy Sanders' head coach or defensive coordinator Billy Taylor, but the play call there from VMI, Brian Shepard, that would have been potentially a good play for VMI the way that was set up. A rollout play for Udensky. They had numbers on the perimeter there. Could have been a read pass option for Udensky. So ETSU may have avoided something there with that timeout call.
And we're seeing with this new offense, it's going to take time, certainly rhythm. We've talked about that's a key component in the execution of this offense, but also the timing between quarterback and receivers and after the play, after the initial read.
Yeah, you got to get that rhythm going. You want those play calls to be made quickly.
4th and 4. VMI back up the line of scrimmage from the 24 of ETSU. And the quick out, incomplete, 25-yard line, trying to lead the swing pass over to Chris Thornton. And the Keydets will turn it over on downs with 6:48 remaining third quarter.
Big stop there for ETSU as VMI did pick up 1 4th down on the drive, but not able to get into the red zone and attack anymore.
Let's go, Gallagher!
So the Bucs make the stand after VMI threatens. Now ETSU with a 2017 lead. Logan Marshy, transfer from Temple, threw for almost 1,700 yards last year for the Owls. Played 7 games before getting hurt, lost his starting job. And it's Sailors getting the call straight up the middle for a couple.
Yeah, Marchie's played in some big environments. I know he had some good numbers against Notre Dame, for example, when he was at Temple. So the young man has been under duress, and he's performed well.
Threw for 9 touchdowns for the Owls in 2017. Threw for 273 yards in the opener against Mars Hill this year as an ETSU Buck. 2nd down 7, 27-yard line. Keydets will rush 4. 2 wideouts to the right side. Rolling left, Marshy holds it. Now we'll tuck it under and run, and he goes out of bounds at about the 31 and picks up 4.
Good job by Devin Harper setting the edge out there for VMI.
Third down and 3 from the 31. Bucks vying for a SoCon win. Hasn't happened in a while. SoCon road win, that is. Third down and 3 from the 31. Marshy tries to slip it underneath, incomplete, 40-yard line. The intended receiver, Anthony Spagnoletti.
A.J. Smith in coverage there. Ball was behind him, but Smith was all over him.
A little bit of a stalemate here after that score by ETSU. 4th down, the Bucks will have to punt it away with just over 5 minutes remaining third quarter.
The VMI defense gets the stop after the turnover on downs. '24th meeting between the teams. Good punt by Watson.
drives Harris back. He'll take a fair catch at the 28. 5:12 remaining third quarter. ETSU 20, VMI 17. We play on as the Keydet offense will come out on the field under Reese Udinsky, the sophomore from Pennsylvania.
And we talk a lot about how air raid offenses, of course, the ball's up in the air an awful lot. That's a big key to it, but it's that rhythm that's so important. When you play a no-huddle offense, you don't sub in a lot. In fact, in most drives, you won't sub anybody in. That keeps the defense on the field, and that gives you the advantage. You play that way all the time.
Mo looks like he's in some deep conversation there for the cadet.
He's got a game plan.
First down and 10. Intended for Martin, incomplete. Far boundary at the 38-yard line. MJ Woods over there on coverage for ETSU. Second down and 10. Thornton in motion from the 29-yard line. Udinsky, look out, sacked, helmet comes off at the 18-yard line. Folks has had a day. The redshirt senior transfer from Temple from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
And with Udinsky's helmet coming off, he's got to come off the field here on this third down. As he gets sacked here, you see the replay. But with the helmet coming off, that's going to bring in for this key third down play the backup quarterback.
Unofficially, the 7th sack by ETSU today.
We'll bring Austin Cowling in for this third down and long.
So calling with 3 receivers to the left side. Third down, 17. He'll hand off to Myers. Trying to get to the second level, will not do so.
That's tough if you're calling. You got to come in the game. You've not been warming up on the sidelines, and on a third and long, that's the play call you're pretty much limited to. Just try to run and see if you can catch him napping.
No gain for Myers on the third and long. And here comes Reed King on to punt, standing at his own 10-yard line. 4:12 remaining. Quarter number 3, ETSU 20, VMI 17. Bucks expected to get the ball back. King booms it away at the 31-yard line and kind of stops there. Away from Quan Harrison, who opened up the scoring with a 69-yard punt return for a touchdown. It's going to be ETSU football. Bucks lead 20-17. 3:55 remaining third quarter. We'll have more third quarter action from Foster Stadium right after this. Well, the rain has stayed away, but the wind is picking up here on the Friday afternoon. Lexington, Virginia, third quarter, late, 3:55 remaining. ETSU with a 20-17 lead over VMI and the football. Logan Marshy from the gun. He fires right side, knocked down incomplete, no flag. And the defensive play made by Caleb Tucker, pass intended for Keith Coffey.
Yeah, Tucker getting his hand in the passing lane. Good pass break up there. Good work by Tucker.
There's the VMI offense on the sideline, talking about what they can do to get things rolling here in the second half. The offense has been dormant here in the third quarter.
Offensive line not getting protection for Udinski. That's what they need to work on is the protection scheme.
2nd and 10, 33-yard line. Man in motion is Sailors. Marshy's going to take a shot. Long down the left sideline, picked off. 45-yard line VMI. Into VMI, or ETSU territory, down the right sideline. Loftus all the way to the 1-yard line. Colin Loftus picking off Logan Marshy.
Marshy never saw Loftus. He was playing, I would say, center field, but he was back in safety position down that left sideline. That ball was right in his hands. And he's got a convoy of blockers. It's a jailbreak at this stage.
Almost taking it back. Colin Loftus, the 6'170" redshirt freshman, Arlington, Texas, an injured offensive lineman for ETSU. Kevin McConnell being helped off the field.
It was Ben Blackman, the 6'3", 301-pound redshirt junior, who saved the touchdown, at least for the moment, with the tackle at the 1-yard line. Good hustle play there by Blackman.
Keydets poised to retake the lead. They've got it first down and goal from the 1, 3:36 remaining third quarter. And nothing going on the rush. I think that was Ramsey getting the call. Actually, Quan Myers. Ramsey also in the backfield. 2nd and goal. VMI right back to work at the line of scrimmage.
Zach Yancey with the penetration and the tackle in the backfield for the loss.
Outside the 1. 2 tight ends. Handoff. Myers trying to plow his way in, and it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the 1.
He got inside the 1 from the spot. It'll be about the half-yard line. Good push there by the offensive line.
MJ Woods making the hit. 3rd and goal. Keydets have it at the ETSU 1. Down 20-17. Fake to Myers. Throw to Ramsey. Touchdown, VMI. And the Keydets have the lead right back, 23-20 at the 2:33 mark.
Good execution, good ball handling by Udinski there. That's a tougher pass than it looks like. It's a 1-yard pass in the scorebook. But with all that pressure you see here on the replay, he's got defenders in his face. He's got to loft that ball in perfectly in the corner there. Ramsey gets his feet down. Good execution on both ends there for VMI.
First touchdown of the year for Alex Ramsey out of Salem, Virginia. Reed King will try to make it a 4-point game. And it is good. Colin Loftus, the interception and the return to the 1-yard line. Keydets, 3 plays later, back on top at the 2:33 mark. Third quarter, VMI 24, ETSU 20.
So that's a case of the defense once again standing up and doing its job. They get the stops after turnovers in the first quarter to keep ETSU off the board. And then here, look at just the execution of that. That's great ball handling. I call that ball handling by your quarterback. But the fake on the handoff, and of course the defense has got to respect the opportunity, the option that VMI might run from inside the 1-yard line. And then Ramsey out there in the flat makes the catch and gets his feet down, and good execution on both ends there for VMI, but the defense sets it up with that big return by Loftus.
First touchdown pass by Reese Udinski today, and the 2nd on the year. So back and forth we go. The Keydets getting the lead for the 2nd time today. Colin Loftus making the play for the VMI defense, a 54-yard interception return to the Buccaneer 1. Football blown off the tee again. Here comes Bay over to lend a helping hand.
It's been fun Friday football. A lot of action. I mean, just a lot of big plays on both sides.
Here's the pooch kick again. This will be returned at the 30-yard line. Running to the 35. Farrell makes the special teams tackle on the return man, Artavius Smith. A decent field position for ETSU, but the Bucks now down 24-20. 2:27 remaining third quarter. Wade Branner, Chris Graham. Keydets home opener of 2018. VMI looking for its first win. ETSU comes in 1-1. 24th meeting. Teams first met in 1979 right here in Lexington. Two receivers left, one to the right. The run right, powering his way. And a good gain on first down for Quay Holmes, the redshirt freshman. Yeah, he brings it into VMI territory.
One of the better runs, power runs by Holmes on the afternoon. That was just a pin your ears back and block and go downhill kind of play, and Holmes gets the big gainer on first down.
We talked about ETSU can run the football. They demonstrated that earlier in the first two games. Second down, 3. Straight ahead. And a power rush by Holmes. Buccaneer, first down at the Keydets 39-yard line.
We haven't seen a lot of that power running out of ETSU today. The running had been mainly the RPO and the quarterback directed kind of running. But a couple times that we've seen that here on this drive, ETSU been very effective with those two runs. See what VMI can do to maybe shore things up.
First down and 10. Marshy in the gun. Two wideouts left, one to the right. Quick out left side, incomplete. Intended for Kelly, but overthrown at the 40.
And that could be an issue, too. You might see ETSU play a little more conservatively in the pass game with the issues that Marchie's had throwing the ball, the two interceptions leading to points, with a 1 pick six and a 1 return to the 1 yard line. But it makes it easier when you can run the ball the way they have on this drive.
Second down and 10. Just over a minute to play in the third quarter. It's Marshy from the gun. Hand off right side. Holmes bottled up, thrown back. A loss on the play. Red jerseys led by Elliott Brewster, and also getting help from Imani Bay.
And A.J. Smith stuffing that hole as well, so a host of defenders here blowing this play up. But again, that's an attempt by ETSU to run outside. When they've been running in between the tackles, they've run well, but VMI with pursuit able to track down the ball carrier there.
Third and 10 from the Keydets 40. Back to throw. Marshy, he'll run. He has room to the 35. And angles out of bounds. I don't know if he got there. 32-yard line. That's at least a yard shy of the first down marker. And what will ETSU do here with 20 seconds clock running third quarter, down 24-20?
Yeah, whether they snap it here in the third quarter away to the fourth and talk this over on the sidelines, it's 4-down territory. You're not going to gain much with a punt. You're certainly not going to try to kick it from there, down 4 points.
And that is the end of the third quarter. We're going to find out on the other end of the field as we head to quarter number 4 at Foster Stadium. VMI 24, ETSU 20. Back for the final period in Lexington after this. As we open the fourth quarter in Lexington, ETSU trailing VMI 24-20. They have it 4th and 2 at the 32-yard line. Marshy puts a man in motion, rolls left, will throw, complete, 31-yard line, first down, more. Coffee, the receiver, gets the first down, keeps the drive alive.
Well executed play there by ETSU. Just find a man in the flat. You send some guys behind him deep and take advantage of the line of scrimmage being wide open. Good execution there by the Bucks.
So the Bucks now 2 of 2 in fourth down conversions today. That was a big one, keeping the drive alive. First play of the fourth quarter. And the 21-yard line of VMI, first down and 10. Straight ahead, Holmes takes a hit, still on his feet. Takes the pile forward to the 16-yard line and a gain of 5. You can sense a confidence on this ETSU line of scrimmage. The offensive line starting to take control.
Yeah, when they run the ball in between the tackles, they're getting some positive out of that here in the second half. Perhaps a wearying VMI defensive front there at play as well.
Marshy, receivers both sides. Second down and 5 for the VMI 16. The snap. Quick throw, Marshy at the 11, and out of bounds goes Coffee. It's been his favorite receiver of late. Brings it inside the 10 to the 6. It's going to be first and goal. ETSU looking to go back on top, trailing VMI 24-20, 13 and a half minutes remaining fourth quarter.
Yeah, Coffee's a big target, 6'4", 190. And he's been getting separation from the VMI defensive backs here in the second half.
From the gun, from the 6-yard line, the give. Holmes takes a hit and brings it to the 3. A gain of 3, setting up second and goal.
It's just hat-on-hat football right now, and that ETSU offensive line is going downhill and pushing those VMI defenders back at the line, making it easy for the backs to get through the holes.
Buccaneers knocking at the door, down 24-20, under center. Marshy, power formation. Holmes stuffed. Fights his way to the 2.
Brought down just outside the 1-yard line.
Jared Richmond leading that charge on the defensive front for VMI.
Good job by Caleb Tucker as well. He came from behind the play, but kind of dragging from behind to slow that advance down by Holmes.
Third and goal from the 2. Power I. Under center, Marshy. Give to Holmes. And he crashes into the end zone. Touchdown, ETSU. And the Bucks retake the lead with 11:50 remaining fourth quarter. It is ETSU 26, VMI 24.
Another power run on the third and short, and good blocking on that right side. Nothing too sophisticated about the way ETSU was able to get the ball down the field. Just power running, throwing off the power running by VMI, and that's how you play football.
German the extra point. It is up and it is good. So ETSU with a 27-24 lead, keeping it on the ground. And Holmes caps it with a touchdown rush. Bucks lead by 3. Under 12 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Back to Lexington after this. Well, the Bucs keeping it on the ground. They retake the lead on a Holmes 2-yard run, capping a 12-play, 57-yard drive, taking almost 6 minutes. And Holmes carried 7 times on that possession, Chris.
Yeah, just power football. Traditional good power football, and you don't need to be too cute. Sometimes you just need to do what you got to do. Pin your ears back and play football.
Well, with the wind, Kudak sends it over the end line. That's another factor. The VMI is going against the wind here in the fourth quarter, with the Bucs now leading 27-24. Marshy really made some good throws, teaming up with Coffey a couple of times on that possession.
Yeah, what they were able to do with the power running, VMI had to cheat an extra guy in the box, and that creates openings in your passing lanes.
Counter give, right side. Myers trying to get to the boundary and is upended. Coming up to make the play was Jeremy Lewis, the right quarterback. Lewis had 10 tackles in the opener against Mars Hill. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
That's a 20th attempt, including sacks, which count against your rushing yardage, but VMI is -16 in rushing in this game.
Myers will get nothing, but a flag is down on the play at the 21-yard line.
Indication is offsides.
And Cooper, who made that tackle, was the guy lining up offsides. So Keydets will get 5 out of this.
Yeah, break for the Keydets. Result of that play would have been 3rd and long. Instead, now 2nd and medium.
That changes everything.
The playbook is much more wide open with 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5.
Now spotted at the 31. 2nd down, short 5. Back to throw, Udinski. Down the right sideline for Martin, and it's incomplete at the 50. They've been trying to work that floater all day, and Lewis is in on coverage. Ryan Martin returning back to action after being sidelined because of injury the first 2 games. Third down and 4 from the 31. Pressure, Udinski, and he'll have to throw it away. Well, in the backfield, Jared Folks, the transfer from Temple, and it's a 3-and-out for VMI. The Keydets really did not want to do that.
Trying to set up a screen on that, but with that quick penetration right up the middle, not able to get anything on that. There were some blockers downfield, but VMI, that play blown up early by that penetration right up the gut.
King on to punt. Harrison, will he have a return? He'll let it hit at the 27, takes a high bounce and just ends there at the 26. So ETSU comes up with a stop after taking the lead. Keydets cannot regain the momentum. And with 10:53 remaining, fourth quarter, ETSU 27, VMI 24. VMI back on the road next week at Western Carolina. Meanwhile, the Bucs, they'll host Furman at 7:30 in Johnson City next Saturday night.
ETSU, with that power running game working so well last drive, would love to eat up some clock here with some power runs to get some first downs and run that clock down and make it hard for VMI to get the ball back late and win this game.
Under center, Marshy. He fumbles it, and the Keydets come up with a football. Carper, his 2nd takeaway today, had the pick 6. Now the fumble recovery deep in ETSU territory.
See the replay here. It's a simple exchange issue right there. Marchie goes back without the ball. Carper comes up with it. Big turnover for the VMI defense.
VMI will have it at the 26 when we return. 10:49 remaining, fourth quarter. 27-24 ETSU. Now the Corps looking on, seeing if the VMI offense can capitalize on this turnover with 10:49 remaining fourth quarter. VMI has it at the 26-yard line of ETSU. Fumble recovery by Devin Carper. Quick out right side. Palladino's going to throw. Off to Martin, and it's picked off at the 6-yard line. And it will be returned to the 20. Running right, 25 to the 30, and the Keydets give it right back. The interception. MJ Woods reading it all the way. Jack Palladino, a former quarterback, trying to get it to Rohan Martin. And it's ETSU now producing the 9th turnover.
Yeah, the design double pass and not fooled at all, to say the least. You see two defenders back there in coverage, a third not far away. That's one where Palladino, as a former quarterback, could maybe just exercise discretion and throw that ball in the stands and get to second down.
9 turnovers in this game, Chris.
It's been sloppy, but it's been back and forth, and now the advantage is in ETSU's favor, obviously.
From the 35-yard line, first down and 10. Bucks lead 27-24. And ETSU trying to establish that run game. This time the Keydets stuff it on first down.
Number 11, Clay Holmes, your ball carrier. He stopped at the line of scrimmage.
No gain for Holmes.
Depending on the play of your cadets, number 4, we're talking about the second and 10.
I think ETSU is just willing to slug it out on the ground, try to chew up clock.
You can't fault Brian Shepard for being aggressive after the turnover. You attack the end zone on the first play. Maybe that's a place where the timeout, the officials' timeout slowed VMI's roll down just a little bit there.
Second down and 10 for the 35. Quick throw. Underneath catch, 38-yard line. Good tackle made on the far sideline by Rick Trotman, the 3-year starter for the Keydets. Setting up third down and short. It's going to go to the 41.
We talk about being on an island. Trotman doesn't make that tackle. That run goes for a lot long. That pass goes for a lot longer distance. So excellent tackling technique out there by Trotman on the edge.
Two receivers left, one to the right. Third down. 4, 41-yard line of ETSU. Rolling left. Marshy fires. Dropped. 47-yard line. Harrison could not hold on.
Boy, that was an excellently designed and executed play, except for the drop. Harrison cutting in and then squaring back out, and he's wide open right there at the sticks and just couldn't get his hands on the ball.
So the VMI defense responds. I really think the key was that first down stop of the run. You see what ETSU was trying to do. Here is Watson. Here is deep to return. And the high spiral. Fair catch. Harris brings it in at the 16, and VMI gets it back. Down 27-24, under 9 minutes to go. We'll see if the VMI offense can capitalize here and get the momentum back.
Credit to Tom Clark, defensive coordinator, and his group for adjustments made after ETSU was able to just power run down the field on that drive that gave them the lead. Last couple possessions, obviously, bottling up that running game.
First and 10, Keydets from the VMI 17. Reese Udinski back to throw, and he's hit as he unloads it. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Now, here's that preseason all-conference pick. Nasir player, 6'5", 271. Redshirt junior defensive tackle, one of the best defensive front men in the SoCon.
Yeah, coming from the blind side, too. Udinski just has no opportunity. He can maybe feel the pressure coming down, but that's the kind that can really lead to problems.
Second down and 10, pumping, now throwing down the right sideline. Flag down, incomplete pass, but the Keydets are going to take advantage of a pass interference call on Artavius Smith, the strong safety.
Yeah, Smith fell for the pump fake, and Martin on a stop and go. He was able to. He got grabbed, and so he was open down the sidelines. That's where I don't like the rule in college. There's only a 15-yard penalty. That encourages the guy to go grab if it's a spot of the foul, maybe you play a little differently. But you see the replay here, and Martin had a run.
This has been a penalty flag-filled affair. 8 penalties on ETSU for 82 yards. VMI 5 flags for 25 yards. First and 10 VMI on the 32. There's a little quick slant. Catch made at the 35-yard line. Thornton a little slow to get up, and now a flag after the play. So something happened afterwards. This may go against ETSU. There's another flag. We'll take another look and see if there was something involved with the hit.
Yeah, maybe a little aggressive on the hit, and there's a discussion there too, because depending on the nature of that could lead to a disqualification.
Again, we do not have replay in this particular SoCon game. We'll take a look at it here.
Yeah, it's leading with the helmet. That could be the call, a spear. Let's see.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 31 of the defense.
Yeah! Sportsmanlike.
So it'll be an unsportsmanlike penalty on Folks. They'll march it to the 49-yard line of ETSU. 8:37 remaining fourth quarter. VMI trails ETSU 27-24. Home opener 2018 here in Lexington. Udinski will load up the gun. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. And it looks like it's Alex Ramsey in the backfield. The snap. Udinski down the right sideline. It is caught. Mason Dermott, the big grab. Inside the 25 to the 24.
Yeah, Dermott just on a fly pattern. Nothing sophisticated that's one-on-one coverage, and Dermott comes down with the catch.
25-yard pickup. Well-delivered ball by Reese Udinski. First down and 10, ETSU 24-yard line. 8-minute mark approaching. Udinski checking over the defense. Bucks will rush 3. They'll bring pressure from the edge. Udinski fires left side, incomplete. Laura at the 10-yard line broke off the pattern.
Yeah, Udinski expected him to break it off and just go fly, and Laura decided to cut in. But you see that pass there, Dermott. That's a fly pattern down the sideline, one-on-one coverage, and you trust your guy to come up with the catch. And Dermott, playing a lot bigger than his frame, comes down with that impressive catch.
Second and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll dump it underneath to Colby Ryder, the tight end. And he'll take it to the 19. That will pick up 5. Setting up a 3rd down and 5 from the 19.
A couple times today, VMI's tried to set up that middle screen, finally effective with that one.
Hey, Derek, look at this shit, bro.
You fake the pass to the boundary, and you set up those blockers downfield for your tight end.
Yeah, let's go,
7.5 minutes remaining. 3rd and 5. Ramsey trying to fight for yardage up the middle. He will not get there. And he's driven back.
Now decision time for VMI.
Palladino is coming on. He's the holder. Reed King, the field goal kicker. Reed King will try to tie it up here. Just under 7 minutes to go. This will be a 37-yard try straight on. Reed King to try to tie it up. There's the snap. Hold is down. The kick is up. It's on the way. And it is no good. Wide to the right. The ETSU Bucks withstand the threat by VMI as Reed King misfires from 37 yards, pushing it wide to the right. 6:37 remaining fourth quarter. Our score remains ETSU 27, VMI 24. Back with more from Lexington after this. Bucks up 27-24, taking over the football after the missed field goal try by VMI. 6:37 remaining fourth quarter. And it's first down and 10, ETSU from the 20-yard line.
VMI defense has been getting stops when they need to. Can the Keydets do so again?
They hand off up the middle, and tough going for Holmes. Had to dodge that first man, got maybe a yard, but Bay came off to make the play. So a gain of 2, second down and 8.
Good penetration by VMI, blowing that play up from the outside. That play was kind of like VMI defense sort of encapsulated. They crushed down on ETSU and forced that play inside, and Pursuit gets the tackle.
Bucks trying to go 2-1 on the year. Logan Marshy in the gun. Deep drop over the middle. Complete 40-yard line. The grab made by Evan Wick, the tight end, 6'4", 249 senior for the first down. And a pickup of 18 yards.
VMI had just 3 rushers drop back 8 in coverage, and that allowed Marchie time to pick apart the secondary.
Clock stopped momentarily, now under 5.5 minutes to go. ETSU 27, VMI 24. Marshy from the gun, he'll run it left. Can't get away from Carper. Loses the football at the 40-yard line, but they are going to call it down on contact.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. Bang, bang call, but probably a good call. But that's the danger of having your quarterback as a key weapon in your running game. Let's look at the replay here.
Almost that fumble for a touchdown, bro.
Yeah, the ground can't cause a fumble on that play, but that's the danger of having your quarterback out there on the perimeter with no blockers. He's exposed out there.
Second down 11, 39-yard line. Keydets have all 3 timeouts remaining. ETSU with 2 timeouts left.
Give him that sticky icky.
Here's Holmes.
Strip that jump.
Up the middle. Spins forward for about 2, maybe 3.
Getting brought down near the 43-yard line. In on that stop, number 4 for your Keydets, Zoma Padoa.
Good job again by VMI defensively after that possession where ETSU was able to just run with the power game. They've shortened things up.
And now the Keydets burn their first timeout of the second half. 4:24 remaining fourth quarter. ETSU 27, VMI 24. Well, it has been a game of opportunities and missed opportunities because of 9 combined turnovers by the teams. And here's a look at some of those miscues today.
Yeah, both teams creating these opportunities with the interceptions. That ball up in the middle there, picked off early in the game by ETSU. VMI returns the favor. Underthrown ball. Reese Udinsky, 3 interceptions in the first quarter, but rallies back to make this interesting. A pick 6.
That set up a go-ahead score in the second half by ETSU. VMI came right back. Loftus, an interception return. Keydets got the lead back momentarily, but you get the idea. It's been that kind of game.
Yeah, the only thing we're missing is the Benny Hill music underlaying a track there. But both teams, it's been a thrilling game other than that.
Marshy on the call, runs it up the middle, and stopped 2 yards shy of the first down marker. That was on a 3rd and 7.
Watch out for somebody with a GC.
It's going to be 4th down and 2 from the 48. 4:03 left. Clock running. ETSU 27, VMI 24. Bucks are going to punt it away, but they're going to take their time doing it.
You're more likely to get GC'd.
Yeah, and because of the substitution rule, they try to run up there and snap the ball quickly and catch VMI. But you can't do that.
Don't say that. He said it's coming down to you.
High spiral for Harris. The freshman awaits. Fair catch. Keyed at 14-yard line. 3:34. VMI down by 3. Gets it back. 1st and 10 from its own 14. Scott Wackenheim. Keydet offense back out on the field, trying to make it happen. Core trying to get their weekend off to a rousing start here on Friday afternoon. This game originally scheduled for Saturday.
Yeah, we got the early start, so we've got a lot of eyes on this game, and this is a game that's now in position. VMI's got a chance, and the offense has moved the ball down the field a couple times here in the second half and got nothing to show for it. Do they have one left in them?
Trips to the right. Harris in the slot. Uditsky fires to the right side. That's Thornton. He'll .155 left. Keydets with a couple of timeouts remaining. ETSU trying to chew up the clock. They have not won a SoCon road game since 2002. There's Holmes straight ahead. He gets 5+ as he takes it to the 39. And LVMI burns a timeout.
This series is where this game will come down to at this stage, with VMI having to burn the timeout there, 1:49 to go, and that 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 now. So this game comes down to the next 2 plays, really, for VMI.
Now both teams taking shots, Chris, and turnovers resulting. ETSU able to come up with a big one as VMI was driving. Down 27-24, 1:49 remaining, 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 5 just beyond the 38-yard line.
And VMI just needs to sell out here at this stage. Look at the replay of the last interception. But it's just a jump ball, and that play had worked early in the drive, just underthrown there. Martin had a step on his man, but the ball underthrown. and ETSU comes up with it.
High formation. ETSU content to keep it on the ground, and up ahead it is Holmes. He will not get the first down, only gets a yard. Zach Baker, Uzuma Padzua on the tackle for the Keydets, and they burn their final timeout with 1:44 remaining in the fourth.
So now it's third down, still 3rd and 5 on the scoreboard. So if you're ETSU, the temptation here is VMI is going to sell out to stop the run, because at this stage with no timeouts left, they've got to get a stop to get the ball back. If you're ETSU, you might be tempted to throw the ball, but you throw an incomplete pass, you give VMI a lot more time. So interesting what we'll see here out of both sides. How much does VMI sell out, and what does ETSU do to risk trying to get that game-clinching first down?
Coffee over to the right side. One back in the backfield. 3rd and 4, 39-yard line. We have, pre-snap penalty against ETSU, and that changes things.
Changes dramatically from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9 now. Changes your play call entirely if you're ETSU.
So now we'll march it back to the 34-yard line. That is the 11th penalty for ETSU. 117 penalty yards.
Now if you're ETSU, are you just content to just run a simple play up the gut? You don't care how many yards you get so you can run some clock, or are you still tempted to try to get that first down?
Back to throw. Marshy, incomplete. 40-yard line, trying to come back for the football, underthrown to Kobe Kelly. And that, with the incomplete pass, stops the clock with 1:41 remaining. VMI stands to get it back. Down 27-24. They do not have timeouts. But the punt unit on the field for ETSU.
Yeah, that incomplete pass serves as a timeout for VMI.
Harris at the 35. The high spiral. The fair catch. 19-yard line. So the stage is set. 1:33 remaining fourth quarter. Bucks 27, Keydets 24. First down 10, VMI. Just shy of the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 20.
And of course, it's a 27-24 game. All VMI needs to do to extend this game is a field goal, to kick a field goal. So they don't need to score a touchdown here. Just get the ball down around the 20-yard line. If you can get, 60 yards of offense, then you can get yourself in position to extend this ball game.
Keydets practice this scenario many times. Udinski fires right side, incomplete. Dermott, the intended receiver. Dominique Williams in on coverage, 2nd and 10 with the clock stopped at 1:28 to go. Fourth quarter, no timeouts. Keydets trail 27-24.
Of course, the rules of the college game also helpful. After first downs, the clock stops to set the chain. So that's an aid in college. It's not there in the NFL game.
2 receivers left, one to the right. It's Udinski dumping it off, and under pressure, incomplete, trying to safety valve it to Ramsey. And it's going to be 3rd down and 10, but the pressure and the defensive front has really stepped up for ETSU of late.
Yeah, good coverage downfield, good pressure. That's the way you're supposed to play defense in these situations. Maybe not the worst thing that Ramsey didn't catch that ball. If he gets tackled in play, that runs a lot of time off for VMI.
Trips to the right. One receiver left. 3rd down and 10. Udinski tossed down 11-yard line. Flag is down after the play.
Udinski was hit on the ground after the sack, and that'll give VMI a first down.
If it is indeed against ETSU, and it looked like something happened after that.
There are 2 fouls on the play. After the play, personal foul, late hit, number 97 on the defense. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 97.
A late hit and an unsportsmanlike. And so instead of VMI facing a precarious 3rd and long, 4th and long, make that. It's going to be a first down with some yardage tacked on as you look at the flags go flying.
Yeah, the replay, and you see the hit as Udinski was on the ground. So from a sack that would have been fourth and very long, you get 30 yards of penalties. New life for VMI.
1:14 remaining. Fourth quarter. VMI trails 27-24. Out of timeouts. Two receivers right. Udinski with Ramsey in the backfield. Takes the snap. Rolls right to Martin. Incomplete. Caught it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
ETSU defensively is setting up so far back that they're making it hard for VMI to get any open lanes down the field.
Second down and 10 from the 41. ETSU rushing 5. Udinski down the left sideline for Law. He makes the catch and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. But they rule it. They do rule it a catch.
So VMI is a first down away from being in the red zone.
1:03 remaining, Chris. Clock stopped. First and 10. ETSU 31-yard line. The snap. Swing pass right side Ramsey. And it's incomplete. Folks applying defensive pressure. Here is a look at Javion Laura extending this drive. Took a big hit, held on. MJ Woods delivering that smack.
Yeah, that's an impressive catch with that big hit that he took there on the sideline.
Second down and 10, 31-yard line. 59 seconds. Clock is stopped. Fourth quarter. VMI trails 27-24. They have it at the ETSU 31. Three receivers right side, rolling right. It is Udinski pressured, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dermott underneath, but everybody covered. DeLentz and Dermott covered in the flat. And it's third down and 10.
It's again the pressure that the front has been able to create really in the last couple of drives for VMI. That pressure up the middle is forcing Udinski out of the pocket early, and he's not able to allow those routes to develop downfield like he'd like.
7 up on the line of scrimmage. Here comes the pressure. Snap rolling right. On third and 10 from the 31. It is complete. Udinski dumps it out to Ramsey. But really no gain as he is knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. MJ Woods with the stop. Clock stop, 47 seconds left. It's fourth and 10, 31-yard line. Beyond field goal range, and the Keydets just have to go for it here.
Yeah, VMI missed from 37 earlier this quarter. This would be a 48-yard attempt, so outside of the range.
So the Keydets trying to extend their game here. Fourth and 10, 31-yard line of ETSU. Udinski takes a snap. Back to throw. Down the right sideline for Martin. And it's incomplete at the 10-yard line. And the ETSU Buccaneer defense holds. Keydets turn it over on downs with 41 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The drive stalls at the 31. And the Buccaneers will coast back to Johnson City with a SoCon road win. They haven't had one since 2002.
Yeah, if you're ETSU, you'll gloss over, at least for now, on the trip back. You'll gloss over the turnovers and all the issues, and you'll revel in the victory.
Tied formation, the knee taken by Logan Marshy. And that will do it as ETSU comes into Lexington and snaps a 15-game SoCon road losing streak. They hold on. The Keydets threaten, but cannot get points down the stretch. Final seconds ticking away, and the ETSU Buccaneers taking advantage of turnover opportunities. And it's a final here in Lexington, a tough way for VMI to drop this SoCon home opener. But ETSU wins it 27-24. 27-24 is the final here at Foster Stadium. Reese Ujetsky, a career-high 27 pass completions for the Keydets, but could not overcome the interceptions. And ETSU wins it 27-24. Chris, your final comments.
Solid effort by VMI defensively with a lot of stops after turnovers. ETSU able to get some running game going in the second half and really keying some nice drives late for the Bucks. And these two teams, it was a sloppy game, a lot of turnovers, a lot of penalties, a lot of sacks. ETSU comes away with the win. For VMI,